I'm engineering Beyblades to explode on impact. In the anime, they do this all the time. Every hit you see, sparks fly everywhere. But in real life, yeah, they kind of just clink and clank. Not very cool. So today, I'm making it my mission to turn the Beyblade anime into reality and make a Beyblade that actually sparks. And to do this, my first source of inspiration comes from those sparking scooters that people used to ride back in the day.
The best-selling scooter in the world just got a whole lot hotter. The all-new Spark scooter leaves an awesome trail of sparks.
I never had one of these scooters, but my friend did, and I was beyond jealous. Anyway, what makes these scooters spark is the material on what the scooter company calls the spark bar, which are just giant chunks of flint. And I'm sure you all are familiar with flint because of Minecraft, and just like in Minecraft, when it comes in contact with steel or a hard surface, it sparks. This is because flint is hard but pretty brittle, so when it comes in contact with metal, tiny parts of it shave off and the friction from the impact causes those parts to ignite, creating a shower of sparks. Now Beyblades are already made out of metal, so we have the steel component, and they hit pretty hard, so letting the flint shouldn't be that difficult. And lucky for me, they use these small flint pellets for lighters, which are the perfect size to fit on a Beyblade. Now, the only thing left to do was design the Beyblade, so I contacted my friend Spooky, told her about the flint pellets, and commissioned her to make me the coolest sparking Beyblade she could think of, and this is what she cooked up. This design absolutely cooks. It looks so amazing. The black parts on the side are the flint pellets, and the gear chip holes are literal explosions. Anyway, to print this Beyblade, of course, I use the channel sponsor JLC 3DP because they're actually the GOAT. Everyone who prints custom Beyblades uses them because they're the cheapest service and they're fast. If you guys want to make this sparking Beyblade at home, all of the files linked in the description and an Amazon link for the flint pellets there too. Now, to print this guy, I'm just going to upload my files, pick the material. This one I want to make out of stainless steel, and this one I want to make out of plastic. Nylon is the most durable, so I always go with that plastic option. If you want to max out the durability and power though, you can always just print all the parts out of metal. Then I fill in the description, so toy part, and then submit. And now it's time to pick your shipping. If you really want it to go fast, DHL is the method, but this is so flippin' expensive, so usually I just recommend to go with global. It's so much cheaper. Afterwards, a real engineer will inspect your model, and usually you'll get an email saying your walls are too thin because Beyblades are small objects. I've never really had a problem with just accepting the risks. Anyway, after a week, my parts came in. Okay, let's look at this Beyblade. Here it is, and I did print two versions of this Beyblade. I printed one that is completely made out of metal and one that is more balanced and made out of nylon plastic. So we're gonna assemble both of them. Here is the metal version, and here is the hybrid plastic metal version. Honestly, the plastic version looks better, but this guy is probably gonna be so crazy in the stadium. I also printed the chip. I just printed it using my home 3D printer. You can print it with JLC 3DP with nylon, which is a lot more durable, but I figured the chip's not making contact. It doesn't need to be that durable. And I put on, I guess you call it the gear chip, and then I painted it a little to make it look like explosions, and it looks amazing. Anyway, let me show you guys how to put this together if you're making it at home. It's really simple. You just put these two parts together, make sure that hole is aligned with this kind of explosion piece right there, and then you take your guy and you just put him in. Then if you flip it over, you can either screw the Beyblade together, or what I like to do, I just like to take super glue and glue it together. So let me do that right now. Okay, and now the final step, of course, we have to glue the flint in. So I have this bag of flint. I bought it on Amazon. I'll have a link in the description for you guys to buy it if, again, you guys want to make it at home. And all you need to do is take these little flint pellets and then just glue them inside the holes inside the blade. So let me do that right now. I'll just show you real quick. I just take the super glue, I put it inside the hole, I squeeze it a little bit, put a little glue inside there, and then I take the flint pellet and I just shove it inside. And then you basically want to repeat this all around. And there we go, our exploding Beyblade is fully put together now. And as for the combo, I'm using 370, Rush, just because the color combo goes crazy. It looks amazing! But now that the Beyblade is fully put together, it's time to try it out, and I'm not just gonna spin the Beyblade like normal. Instead, I'm gonna put this thing through 3 different tests. Test number 1, does it spark? If it fails this test, we're gonna have to go back to square one. Test number 2, the explosive test. It's not enough for this Beyblade just to spark. I want it to have explosive hits in battle. And to do this, I'll put it up against the best defense Beyblades, and if it's able to beat them, we'll say it passes. And finally, test number 3, the competitive test. If it passes both tests, then we'll put it up against the best Beyblade combos in the game right now to see if it can really hold up with the best of the best. Anyway, those are the 3 tests, so let's get started with test number 1. This is the most important test. If the Beyblade doesn't spark, then hours of work had gone to waste. It all depended on this battle. So I launched the opponent Beyblade, and in 3, 2, 1... Oh! Oh! Bro! That is so cool. Okay, as you guys saw, the Beyblade does spark, so you know what? And it's pretty powerful. Even just the plastic version's really good. Anyway, the Beyblade was able to pass test 1 with flying colors. But now it's time for test number 2, the explosive test. I have the 3 best defense type Beyblades to put up against it: Night Mail, Hover Wyvern, and Golem Rock. And to make the challenge even more difficult, I decided to not use their stock combos and instead give them much better custom combos. We have Night Mail 360 Underneedle, Golem Rock 760 Hexa, and Hover Wyvern 960 Low Rush. Let's see how the explosive Beyblade does against these top tier defense combos. First up, we have Night Mail 360 Underneedle. We'll do first to 4 points. There is Night Mail, and there is our sparking. Oh! Dude, the sparks are so awesome. Anyway, it knocked Night Mail into the pocket with a sparking hit, meaning the score is 2-0. Let's see if it can do it again. All right. Oh! Dude, every time it hits the Beyblade, it is so cool. But this time it looks like Night Mail was actually able to defend pretty well, but not well enough. He was able to smack him straight into the extreme pocket. That is 3 points to our exploding sparking Beyblade, making the score 5-0. So it defeated the Night Mail. Let's move on to a slightly more powerful combo. Here we have Golem Rock 760 Hexa. Now Hexa, even though it's the balance bit, it's actually the best competitive defensive bit in the whole entire meta. So let's see how it does against that. You know what? For Golem Rock, let's test it against the full metal version. Go, shoot. Golem Rock versus full metal sparking Beyblade. Bro, I'm just like a kid in the candy store. It's simple. I see sparks, I just can't hold back. It's just so cool. Anyway, that's only 1 point though, so it's 1-0. Let's see how it does. And this, oh my god, did you guys see that? That was insane. Okay, it's 2-0, but that was so cool. I don't have that much commentary. I'm just so blown back by the spectacle. It's like watching fireworks in a Beyblade battle. Okay, solid hits, but no sparks again. It does have to hit the flint to spark, so if it hits any other part of the Beyblade's metal, it doesn't really do anything. But still, because the Beyblade's made fully out of metal as well, it just completely dominates. Scores 3-0. So far, this Beyblade has a 100% win record. And It keeps that 100% win record, 2 points right there. The final score was 5-0. And finally, we move on to our final defense type Beyblade. Now this guy, even though it's categorized as a defense Beyblade, it's actually much better at attack. Its blade just gets these crazy upper attacks. So because of that, instead of giving it a normal defense combo, I gave it an attack combo because that's what it's known for. So let's see how this Beyblade does against really an attack blade. There is our sparking Beyblade, and here is Hover Wyvern. Let's see it. Come on, hit each other, hit each other. Ah, no. Okay, small hit right there. Okay, it doesn't look like we're gonna get any sparks this battle. They were kind of just dancing around. But if they both collide at the same time with insane force, I feel like we'll get the biggest spark show yet. Oh, wait, it lost. It lost. Hover Wyvern takes that. The score is 1-0. It needs to get those hard hits. If it wants to win, it needs to get those hard hits. Come on. Oh, it just sent Wyvern flying. Oh. I guess because it looks like Wyvern's mainly getting upper attacks here. It's not hitting the flint, but that makes a score 1-1. All right. Let's see if the sparking Beyblade can make. Oh, bro, he bursts him. The score is 3-1. Wyvern just needs one more point to win. All right, it's all or nothing here. One more win for Wyvern and it's over. Oh my gosh, that hit was so hard. Both Beyblades look like they're running out of spin, but let's see who wins this. Yes, the sparking Beyblade wins, meaning he's still in the game. The score is 3-2. Go. Wyvern, the sparking Bay, let's see it. Come on. Oh, giant spark right there. And another spark, and he's able to take Wyvern out. The score is tied at 3-3. Last battle, winner takes all. Can't heat the feet. Oh, with the defense type Bay. That was awesome. I felt like those sparking hits really did Wyvern in. And in the end, he takes it. Meaning we actually get to move on to test number 3. This Beyblade is absolutely insane. It easily passed the sparking test. It was able to destroy those custom defense type combos. And now it's time to really see just how good this Beyblade is. The sparking test is awesome, but it doesn't mean anything if it can't hold its own against the best of the best. So for the final test, we're going to put it up against 3 competitive combos. Wizard Rod 960 Low Orb, Cobalt Dragoon 560 Elevate, and Silver Wolf 760 Hexa. And to make it even more difficult, I'm going to start out using the lighter plastic version. Let's start off with Silver Wolf 760 Hexa as the first competitive combo. I feel like this is the weakest out of the 3. It's still super strong, but let's see how we do. 3, 2, 1, go! Again, it's first to 4 points. There is Silver Wolf, and there's our sparking. As you can see, small sparking hits to begin with, but it just sat there and avoided all of its attacks. Low key? Are we going to be cooked during the first Beyblade? Are we not going to be able to defeat Silver Wolf? I guess it is a defense type combo, which should be our weakness as an attack type. Maybe I should have started with him. He's going to cook me. Oh, so close, but that is 1 point to Silver Wolf. Oh no. All right, we need a super strong hit from the sparking Beyblade. Come on. Oh, that spark was awesome. Was it enough though? Another sparking hit, please. Please. I just need to hit him. I feel like if I can hit Silver Wolf enough, it'll make it run out of enough stamina, and then we'll win. Oh no, I feel like the sparking Beyblade with the nylon plastic bottom just might not have enough force to brutally hit Silver Wolf in a way that'll beat him. Oh, I might have made a mistake going with the plastic version. Come on, please, please. Come on, please. No, that is 2-0. That's 2-0, guys. Okay, let's try it again though. We just need an extreme finish. One extreme finish and we'll be winning. No, that works too. That works too. I'll pocket out. We tied the score. 2-2. Let's see how it does now. Come on. Yes, extreme finish. He made the comeback. All right, so it defeated Silver Wolf. Our next challenge, let's see how it does against Cobalt Dragoon 560 Elevate. It's a spin stealer. It's one of the most popular combos in competitive tournaments. Let's see how our Sparking Beyblade does against it. There we go, Cobalt Dragoon. And there we go, our Sparking Beyblade. A solid hit right there and a burst. That makes the score 2-0. An amazing start for the Sparking Beyblade. Let's see if it can do it again. A solid hit from Cobalt Dragoon. And there it goes. Hits him straight into the pocket. No sparks that battle, but amazing performance. It just destroyed Cobalt Dragoon. But this is really the final test. You know, I said Cobalt Dragoon was one of the best combos. This is probably the best combo in Beyblade X. Wizard Rod, also known as Wand Wizard, 960 low orb. This thing is really good. It has amazing stamina, even more stamina than the Silver Wolf combo we used before that basically almost defeated our exploding Sparking Beyblade. So let's see how it does against Wizard Rod. It's really gonna need some amazing sparking hits. Come on, yes! Oh man, that was a crazy spark, but in the end it didn't even get an extreme finish. This combo is so good. Oh! It almost got a stadium out there. No, even after all those hard hits, Wizard Rod is just that OP. The score is 1-0. All right, come on, get another sparking hit. Come on, spark him. Yes, that was a cool spark. Solid hit. Small sparks here and there, but it looks like Wizard Rod, Wand Wizard, whatever you want to call it, it's probably going to take this one again. Yep, the score is now 2-0. All right, sorry, 2-1. Let's see how it does. Oh! Okay, hit him with the spark. Come on, you got him. No, if it can't get any sparking hits, it's basically over. Oh my gosh. In the end, it can't even beat Wand Wizard. No, wait, what? Just when I started losing faith, it knocks Wand Wizard into the pocket. That is 2 more points. Tying it up, the score is now 3-3. The winner takes all. And I think for the final battle, let's use the full metal version. Go shoot, go shoot. All right, let's see it. Oh, that was an insane sparking extreme attack. But using the full metal version kind of felt like cheating. I know I said that was the last battle. I feel like that shouldn't count. We kind of chickened out and used the metal version for the last one. I really just didn't want to lose, but let's actually use the true exploding Beyblade that's actually fair and see how it does for the final battle. Okay, the true final battle. 3, 2, 1, go shoot. There's Wand Wizard, go. And there is our sparking Beyblade, a solid spark right there. Oh, another pretty crazy spark. All right, but will it be enough? Yes. And with the final sparking hit, it was able to destroy the best combo in the game. So yeah, that was the Sparking Beyblade. It passed all 3 tests. The first one pretty easily, the second one was a little harder, and that third one was the hardest one yet. And yeah, if you guys want to print this guy at home, I will have the files linked in the description. You can use JLC to print it yourself. I will say, these flint pellets, they do wear down over time, so they won't spark forever. But you can replace them. In that case, I probably recommend not super gluing your Beyblade together, but instead to just use the screws and then push the flint in instead of super gluing it in. But yeah, just a warning to anyone who wants to print this Sparking Beyblade, the flint does wear down over time. That's kind of how it creates those sparks. Anyway, that was making a Sparking Beyblade. If you guys want to see more custom Beyblades, tell me in the comment section below what type of custom Beyblades you want me to make. Maybe like a Beyblade with a force field that's actually good. I think that's a cool idea. I have no idea how I'm gonna make that, but stuff like that, and maybe I'll make it in the future. Anyway, see you guys later. Have a nice day. LeftBurst out.